everybody. Not quite exactly sure what we're going to talk about today. Unscripted and raw as usual for these videos. But I have a lot of different big emotions going on right now, and I feel like it's these moments that need to talk through about them. So first off, my big rock is that I'm freaking exhausted. Down to my bones, tired. My throat's even tired. Since Thursday night, in the past 2.5 days, worked 42 hours, done a 7-hour training, therapy. It's very much just been go, 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 catching cat naps when I can. But I'm exhausted, and I'm just waking up from a very wonderful hour-and-a-half cat nap here to head to my second job for the next few hours, to then head into a pitch competition to try and put the word out, pitch for my dreams of a small business, to then go grocery shopping and then be home in time for our son to come back to me for my time tonight. And this level of exhaustion is really challenging. It is the thought of this level of exhaustion that kept me trapped, the fear of it, for a really long time. One of the dynamics that was being played out in my relationship was the confidence that my ex had that I would never leave because I would never be able to support myself. And I just really want all of us to sit with that for a little bit, because I never shared that conversation with anyone. It happened years ago in my relationship, years and years and years ago. And now that I'm out, I'm on the other side, quote unquote other side, the single life. I have a lot of friends and random women on the internet who resonate with what I'm sharing. Share with me that thought, whether it's been actually verbalized to them or just kind of this background to their relationship, to their self inner dialogue, they stay. And coming to realize and recognize that it's not just me, that this is being played out on such a wider scale than my own little bubble, helped me because I didn't feel alone. But it also makes me incredibly sad and angry that there are so many women and men who feel trapped in relationships out of fear of their incapability of supporting themselves. And I think that it's this feeling, this like exhaustion, what would I need to do? And for me, that fear also was fed into that I never finished college, so I'm not smart enough. I don't have the resume. And that fear, part of the exhaustion that I feel today is a soul exhaustion as well, because that has been getting played out. I have been job hunting pretty aggressively for 3 months, and I've gotten a lot of rejection letters. Don't have the right qualifications, don't have the right education. And even right now, in the midst of the pandemic, everything's done virtual, and so it's just an algorithm. And that's no human being ever sees my application or my cover letter or meets me as an individual. All they see is this algorithm well, they don't even see anything because the algorithm doesn't forward my information to an actual human being. The algorithm is the stopgap, and anybody that doesn't meet its set algorithm doesn't go through. So it's like this wall that you get bounced off, and you just get this automated email response. And the frustration and the grief and the sadness and the anger around that situation has been real as well. But what I really want to talk about here is this: if that is part of your relationship dynamic, that one of the partners won't ever leave because they wouldn't be capable of supporting themselves individually, financially, emotionally, spiritually, whatever way. First off, the person who thinks that needs to really take that step back and say, whoa, really take an accounting of what they are bringing into the relationship. Because if that's the only reason that somebody's staying, that is no reason to actually stay in a relationship. And that's the work of the second individual. If you are, like I was, in a relationship like that, it's a deep soul question that we need to ask ourselves of if we decide to stay, how do we communicate that that's not okay, that we are equals, that we have worth and value? Or do we need to leave? Because we are equal and we have value and worth. And just because we live in a society that's based on your power and your worth and your value being broken down to what is a financial number, what is the number of your bank account, is no reason. It is time, it is okay to hold yourself and your partner accountable to a different standard, to say that may be what our society says, that may be what we have been taught, that may be what the greater masses continue to believe. But for me, no more. And if the partner isn't willing to accept that, isn't willing to do the work to change that, and you decide to step out on your own, the acknowledgement and the recognition that this exhaustion that you're going to feel is worth it. That our lives are meant for more than comfort and predictability and certainty. That we are strong enough to handle uncertainty, that it sucks, it's exhausting, it's tiring, it's uncomfortable. But comfort shouldn't be the ultimate goal of our lives. This is our one life. One. This is it. In this form, whether you believe in reincarnation or the afterlife or heaven or whatever your spiritual understanding of the world is, and this physical body, in this realm, in this time, in this space, this is it. And I see so many women holding themselves back because we're not sure. We doubt ourselves. We've listened our whole lives to people telling us it's not that bad. It's not that bad, really. What is bad enough for you? For me, it reached that point. And to the outside world, to the mainstream, I'm crazy. I'm crazy for leaving a middle class, settled, supportive environment to struggle, to live paycheck to paycheck and not sure whether I can cover my bills, to be stressed and exhausted and hustling on a daily basis. There's to break up my family. There are people that will tell you that you'll traumatize your child and your child will never be the same. You will forever damage them by your decision to leave. we live in this society where it seems to be that the only real reason it's okay to leave a relationship is if they're physically violent to you. People have asked me, well, did he hit you? No. But why is that even a question? Why do you even need to ask me that question in order to understand my decision or try to understand my decision? Why is physical violence the only barrier that you're willing to accept for the decision to love yourself, to respect yourself, to value and honor your individuality, and to desire to be in a partnership that holds that same value? It blows my mind. And I know that there are many women who stay because he doesn't beat them. She doesn't beat you. Your partner doesn't beat you, so you stay because it's not that bad. You'd be worse off out here, right? And that's what the world would want you to believe. And like, I don't want to blow smoke up your ass. This isn't easy. This isn't a walk in the park. But where I am today, in a community, in a world that I am valued and I am respected and I am. And that is all that really is important. Are the relationships that we're in spaces where we are allowed to be simply who we are? And if not, can we be courageous enough to embrace a different way of living? It seems absolutely crazy to me how exhausted I am. And yet, even in the midst of this absolute exhaustion, where I am so clear that here is where I need to be, that there is no going back, and that I do find the strength to keep showing up, not because I'm some martyr or because I am a superhero or I've got something special that others don't have, but when you're pulling from a well of certainty, not in the externals, but in your own self. This is where I'm meant to be. And right now, I am committed to doing what I need to do to stay here, to create this life, to build this new life. And this right now is the suck. And yet, I'm not going to use the word eager because in this moment there is no eagerness, but there is an acceptance of the suck because it is my suck. And it is the suck that's going to feed my soul. It is the suck that's going to create an environment, hold space for an environment, build the environment for my soul to breathe and to become and to flourish. And that is a goal worthy of losing my comfort, of being exhausted for short periods. This is not a call to hustle and grind and lose yourself in productivity. There will be a period of rest for me coming up this week. It's just that now in this current season, there are certain periods where the hustle is hard and it hurts. And if I could do anything for anyone with this, what I want you to know is that you can. If you're staying out of fear, take the space, ask yourself those questions, and then commit to your life out of love, whether that's staying or leaving. But don't spend one more day living and making your decisions from a place of fear and scarcity. This is our one life. Let's love it.